take on Kazakhstan. I'm Tim James Long, your commentator for this Asian zone competition. Well, the aim for each of the 6 nations taking part was to finish top of the group to earn the one available spot at next year's Olympic qualifying tournaments, but that ticket has already been taken even before this game and before the final day of action. Bahrain's win on this court a little while ago over Indonesia sees them top at 4-0, and with no teams now able to catch them. Saudi Arabia and India both 2-2, Indonesia now 1-3. And these two on display here, both 1-2 with their 2 games remaining. It means this is now more a celebration of sport, a celebration of an improvement for society in what is still a war-torn country and a city that is still rated as the least livable of 173 global cities. In front of these passionate fans, Syria have so far lost by 11 to India, come from 13 down to beat Saudi Arabia by 2, and then lost by 31 to Bahrain here on Monday night. A game that saw a standing ovation for their opponents, and specifically for Mustafa Rashid, who knocked down 10 threes against them. But being able to appreciate those kind of performances in person, given the recent history of this city and this country, what makes this tournament so special to host for Syria. As for Kazakhstan, a 9-point loss to Indonesia to start, a 37-point loss to Bahrain, but then on Monday a shock first win, beating previously unbeaten India 70-73. Oleg Balashov impressive in that one, the young guard. He struggled to score in this tournament, but averages a competition third best, 5 assists a game with just 1.3 turnovers. Shankwanov, the captain, big score in the first game, not so much the next 2. That's because Konstantin Neff has led the attack with 15.5 points per game the last 2. Vladimir Ivanov, team highs of 19 points, 12 rebounds, 8 offensive rebounds and 2 blocks in that win over India. Anton Bykov averages a tournament 7th best, 14.3 points per game, the veteran, on very efficient shooting. Robert Pan, the hustler at centre, 10.7 points, a tournament 3rd best, 9 rebounds a game and 1.3 steals. Nadim Issa, the captain for Syria, 22 points per game the first 2 games, then only 8 points in game 3. Brandon Peterson had a really tough game 1, 11.5 points, 8 rebounds a game the last 2 though. Mashid Al-Bashir, a tournament 4th best, 4.7 assists a game. Omar Dalby was the hero in the game 2 win, a tremendous all-round stat line, but over the other 2 games, he's really struggled. Alhamwi, a giant centre, although not as involved as many thought he would be. Kemal Chambalat at centre, didn't play game 1 before averaging 9 points, 5.5 rebounds, 3.5 assists and 1 block over the last 2 games. The 2 sets of players out on the court, and we'll pause now for the national anthems. The conclusion of this tournament might be not what they wanted, but the real prize for Syria here is these fans in Damascus getting to watch their national team for 5 games in the space of 6 days. What they would love is to celebrate at least one more win, with only one from the first 3 games so far, and a big bruising at the hands of tournament winners Bahrain in the last game 2 nights ago, in which they were held to just 60 points and lost by 31. They were forced into 17 turnovers in that game. They actually did pretty well on the inside, 52% two-point shooting, and they won the points in the paint battle 40-20. But they really struggled from range. Bahrain knocked down 23s. This is the Kazakhstan starting 5. Oleg Balashov really picking up the pace, as is Konstantin Neff and Vladimir Ivanov as scorers. There's a nice balance and blend to it now. And even though they lost their first couple of games, Alexander Lysyak's team will be buoyed by the fact they finally ended a long losing streak in Asian zone competition, stretching all the way through their last 7 World Cup qualifiers and all of their games at the Asia Cup. It was a 12-game losing streak before Monday night. For Syria, the captain Issa, Brandon Peterson stepping up the last couple of games, Arbasha the main playmaker, Idalbi the spark plug, and Chambalat gets the start at centre. As for that win for Kazakhstan, it was a shock. They were 0-2 heading into the game against India. India were 2-0. It finished as a 3-point win for Kazakhstan, 70-73 on a big effort in the 4th quarter, winning the final period 16-23. It was their starters that did the vast majority of the damage. They only got 14 points off their bench. So Javier Juarez, the Syria head coach, will be mindful of the dangers posed by the Kazakhstan starting 5 here tonight. It was tight, that game against India, in many of the other numbers. Will perhaps benefit Kazakhstan that they got the rest day yesterday after the starters had to make that huge effort. Can they reproduce to go back-to-back? Will Syria celebrate a 2nd win at this tournament in front of their fans? So as the group stands, near the conclusion of game day 4 out of 5, Bahrain out of sight at the top, 4-0. They are now the winners of this competition. Even before playing their last game, they will go to next year's Olympic qualifying tournaments and have a chance of going to Paris 2024. There's no prizes for 2nd. Saudi Arabia and India both currently tied at 2-2 for 2nd place. The winners of this one will join them there. The losers of this one will join Indonesia at the bottom, and with a record of 1-3. The final games for each of the nations will come tomorrow. India hosting Bahrain, not hosting, but playing against Bahrain in what was perhaps going to be a winner-takes-all matchup had they not lost earlier today to Saudi Arabia. That is no more. Bahrain will look to finish perfect, continue in the ascendancy, a programme of young stars that has graduated on the senior stage at this tournament and caused many to sit up and take notice. And then it's Saudi Arabia against Kazakhstan, and we finish tomorrow night with Indonesia against Syria. So 2 more chances for Syria to celebrate a win in front of their home fans. The one win they have had at this tournament was indeed a dramatic one here on Sunday night against Saudi Arabia, 71-73, coming from 13 down, producing big moments down the final stretch and winning it from an unlikely position. Nice pass inside here for Kazakhstan. They get the first score. Vladimir Ivanov picks up where he left off in the last game when he had a big double-double to lead the team to victory. Here's Idalbi, who was the hero of that Game 2 win, but he runs into trouble here. Couldn't reproduce that performance in either of the other 2 games. Like a startling difference in performance level and output level. Knocked down by Balashov now. If he can start to score, it does spell trouble for Syria, because Oleg Balashov, as good as he's been as a creator at this tournament, the youngster has only shot 29% from the field. Just going back to Omar Dalby, that Game 2 win, he had 18 points, 12 rebounds, 7 offensive rebounds, 3 assists, a steal and a block, a 23 efficiency rating. Across the other 2 games, his efficiency rating is an average of 1.5. It's been a slow start here for Syria, struggling right out of the gates. Further encouragement for Kazakhstan, who shook off that 12-game losing streak on Monday night. 3-point shot off the mark for one of their youngsters, Stanislav Sakipov. And Syria score 0 of 2 from the field so far. Back out, high catch Peterson, puts it on the floor, attacks the basket, can't convert, nor can they grab the rebound. And Dalby intercepting, or at least disrupting. Sakipov to inbound. Here's Balashov. Lots of really talented young players to watch in this competition. It's been one of the biggest joys of it. As too is the hustle of that man, Robert Pan. There are no lost causes when he's around. He's not shot the ball well in the tournament, but he's done everything else well. Not far off averaging a double-double, 10.7 points. Tournament third best, 9 rebounds, 2.3 offensive rebounds, 2.3 assists, 1.3 steals. He's only shot 33% from 2, 24% from 3, and 5 of 8 at the line. Takes care of business with the first here. It splits the pair. And the shooting woes continue. Kazakhstan have scored the first 6 points of this game. Tight man-to-man defense, forcing the turnover. So Syria start 0-3 from the field and turning the ball over. Such a big occasion for them to host a whole competition. They did, like all of the nations, harbour aspirations of winning it before the opening tip, hoping their home fans could provide a boost, a decisive boost. And were given further encouragement just days before the start of the tournament, when, along with Chinese Taipei, the favourites Korea dropped out. Refused to fly here to Syria. That made it a 16 tournament instead of an 18 tournament, changed the format. Oh, what a slice and dice and finish. And a surging score there from the 20-year-old Sakipov. Eight unanswered points to start for Kazakhstan. Peterson dropping it off towards the baseline. It's going to be another turnover. Could hardly be a worse start for Syria. Plenty of agitation and anger to an extent in the crowd. Been a big trend in the right direction for Syrian basketball in recent years. The supporters being allowed to return to the arenas has been a part of that, something that started at the beginning of their World Cup qualifying campaign in 2021. After more than a decade away from arenas, whenever they played on home soil, they had to either play behind closed doors or play away from Syrian territory. Strong attack again. And clattered from multiple angles, leaving two opponents downed. The basket will count for Sakipov on the goaltend. Showing no fear whatsoever, the 20-year-old attacking the basket. And Kazakhstan have scored the first 10 points of the game inside the opening 4 minutes, and Syria will call a timeout.
Okay, straight. It's possible contest the set. It's possible arrive and play something. Let's play one.
Спокойно, отдал мяч через заслон. Смотрите вот этот заслон. Здесь двоечка, да, ребят? После этого, ребят, два заслона, уходим.
You see the big centre, Abdul Wahab Al-Hamwi, hasn't taken to the court yet, really trying to rally the troops, get behind his teammates for encouragement, instruction, energy. Chambolat remains in at centre. There's a power issue here. If you're still with us, and apologies for the issues with power in the arena. I hope to get things sorted for you as soon as we possibly can. Once again, our apologies if you saw only a black screen for a while there. The power did go in the arena. The play stopped. And the two sets of players across to the benches, but the lights are back on. We hope to get the game back underway as soon as we can. Kazakhstan making a perfect 10 out of 10 start. 10 points to 0, the run in the opening 4 minutes. Syria and their fans will hope that the unexpected stoppage can turn the power back on for their offense. Started 0 of 3 from the field and with 3 turnovers in 4 minutes of play. Kazakhstan 4 of 8 from the field without committing a turnover, also grabbing a couple of offensive rebounds. Points coming from 20-year-old Stanislav Sakipov. 4 points so far, and 2 of 3 shooting. He only averaged 6.7 points the first 3 games. He struggled with his shot. He also had 3 points from Oleg Balashov, knocking down his only shot, 3 to get the scoring started. A couple of points from centre Vladimir Ivanov. And one at the strike from Robert Pan.
Okay, put the time.
It seems like we're ready to get the game back underway. They're just making sure the clock is correct. Game clock and shot clock, as the coaches effectively have a timeout here now, huddling with their team. Lots of role players will get more of a chance now, not just in this game, but in the games for all 6 nations tomorrow, with the tournament winners already being decided. Congratulations to Bahrain, finishing top of the group already with a perfect 4-0 record. What an exciting future it is for Bahraini basketball, with 21 and 22-year-olds absolutely integral to their success, along with a couple of veterans. And captain Isa and big naturalised centre Chisholm. Superstar Musamil Hamouda, athletic, skillful, intelligent, and a sniper in the form of Mustafa Rashid, a defensive specialist in the form of Ali Kadem, a very efficient role player in the form of Ali Rashid. They're going to go to global events next year for the first time, playing at the Olympic qualifying tournaments. Just when we thought all might be well to continue, a flicker of discontent from the power. There were a few issues before the game. We haven't had any issues through the tournament until this final game of the day on the penultimate day of action. It's a positive sign. See the players getting back into position on court. And Rashid Arbasha, and yet Syrian point guard, ready to get us back underway with the inbound. Gets it back from Chambolat. 10-0 the score in Kazakhstan's favour. 4 minutes in here. Madi Misa, the captain. Out it comes to Arbasha. He'll take the shot. 0-4 now from the floor. Peterson trying to clean up. Lost it on his route to the rim. Syria will get another go. Finally, Dalby to inbound. 10 left on the shot clock. Slipped into Chambolat. Backing in. Hook shot, moving away from the basket. Beautifully done from Kemal Chambolat. And they're sleeping a bit on defense and got away with it. Syria, with Kazakhstan showing a willingness to run the floor. But the drought has ended for Syria. 4-minute drought. And they conceded 10 unanswered points. Chambolat taking matters into his hand, posting and toasting and roasting, and getting back-to-back baskets. So 6 the margin, 10-4 is the score. Dropped off in tight quarters, balancing the baseline, turning it over. That long break has changed the momentum. Syria missed their first 4 shots before hitting 2 in a row. Hidalbi has the height advantage, misses the shot, failing to get his geometry right off the backboard. Vladimir Ivanov, the defensive board. Shankwanov, the captain, taking the ring road around the defense. Perimeter open here for Pan, and he knocks it down. Robert Pan was only shooting 24% from long range before that one. So the lead back to 9, 13-4. Turnaround three to try and respond. Defense got a piece of it, well short. Issa, Pan down the floor. And a foul on the defense. It's Anton Bykov coming in for Kazakhstan. The top scorer through this tournament. He's done it very efficiently and very consistently. He's in the game for the first time now from Alexander Lysiak's instruction. He's 14.3 points per game, 7th best in the tournament. Pull-up three-pointer off the crossover, good. Back-to-back triples for Kazakhstan, and despite a couple of moments of positivity for Syria, it's now the largest deficit at 12. Three different players knocking down threes already for Kazakhstan. Shankwanov, the captain that time, after Robert Pan had hit his. So 10 unanswered points for Kazakhstan, then 4 unanswered for Syria, and then 6 unanswered again for Kazakhstan. 16-4 is their lead, 3.5 to play in the first quarter. Now Basha being battled to the basket will go to the line for 2. Shankwanov, who just got that last three for Kazakhstan, the team captain, did ever so well in the first game. 20 points and 6 assists without a turnover. He was 4 of 8 from downtown in that game. Although over the last 2 before today, he'd averaged just 2.5 points. Shot just 2 of 9 from the floor. And also dished just 1.5 assists with 4 turnovers a game. So a real drop in his performance level, but that 3, just getting going again. He's got an assist as well. Here he is now, Kwanov. 32-year-old veteran in the backcourt for Kazakhstan. Couple of passes down the throat to the defense. Some bullish play around the basket to score. Anton Bykov, so efficient en route to that 14.3 points per game at this tournament. 67% from 2, 55% from 3, and perfect at the stripe so far. That was his first shot of this game. Peterson slipping and scoring in between a couple of defenders. Fouled, he'll go to the line. It's hard to not mention it again, but he had a night on game day 1 that he'll want to forget as quickly as possible, Brandon Peterson. Not just 2 of 7 from the field, but he was 0 of 8 at the foul line. He's been much improved since then. Over the last 2 games, 11.5 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 block on average. 9 of 15 from the floor, 5 of 8 from the line. And then it's his first today to continue to lift those percentages. 9 the margin. 5 on the shot clock here for Balashov. Working with Albrandt, who's in the game for the first time. It's a prayer. Kazakhstan, remember, didn't turn it over in that 10-0 start. They've started to turn the ball over now. And they've offered Syria a route back into the game. Al-Bashir, Azri rather. Elias Azri, a young backup point guard, has had a pretty small role at this tournament, the 21-year-old. Helps his teammate get to the line there. So it's Chambolat, the centre, who's got 4 of Syria's 9 points at the line for the first time. 4 of 6 from the stripe, the first 2 appearances for him after he didn't play in game 1. He splits the pair here. Bikov to Brent. Balashov, the future of the backcourt for Kazakhstan, misses on the drive to the basket. Now here comes Syria in transition. Not sure that was the right pass to pick, but that was back to Chambolat, although he's not going to take a 3 to centre, and Peterson trying to slip through and score again, got fouled before the shot. So Peterson back of the line, Pan back on the court. Unfathomable, really, since seeing his free throws since game 1, how he went 0 of 8 in game 1. It's 3 of 3 today for Brandon Peterson. And 8 of 11 over the last 3 games, after going 0 of 8 in game 1. Quite remarkable. 3-point shot too long. Chambolat the rebound. And Syria a chance to cut this deficit. Al-Basha gliding through and floating in the finish, and Syria back within 4. A timeout call by Kazakhstan with 70 seconds of the first quarter remaining.
Каждый сам за себя, блядь. Каждый сам за себя начал играть. Ну можно до конца, блядь. Но они страхуют этот ролл, ребята. Страхуют эту связку, страхуют. Да пройди ты, накинь ему мяч. Накиньте ему мяч. Большой начинает вниз идти. Переведите на 4-ку, блядь. Блядь, они вдвоем там стоят. Переведите эти мячи, ребята. Или мы сами начинаем, каждый сам. Сейчас еще раз, ребята.
In offense. Hey, listen to me. Next offense. We play horns. Horns. 1. 5, and I want to play. We can roll with 5. 5, down, okay? And at the moment go down, you can pass yes, no, 4, up, 4 plus.
Balashov, the floor general for Kazakhstan, taking instructions from the coach. This has been a quarter of runs so far. Kazakhstan scored the first 10 points, Syria the next 4, Kazakhstan the next 8, and now Syria the last 8. So an 8-0 run at the moment for Syria that's cut a 12-point deficit down to just 4. That's what forced the Kazakh timeout. Let's see if they can turn the tide again. Even off the centre. Hands off Balashov, on the move, hangs it up high to Ivanov. Further encouragement for this Syrian crowd. Chambolat, spinning into the paint, getting blocked off by Pan. Peterson picking up the pieces, can't quite put it back in. Plenty of differential between shot clock and quarter clock here. He's tempted to shoot the 3 to centre Ivanov, but that's not his game. And now almost no differential. So Syria, if they play their cards right, can hold it for the final shot. Which slips though from Al-Basha. And he turns it over. Does he know? Last touch off Kazakhstan. Basha to inbound, 10.9 left, 10 to shoot. Chambolat. Can Syria, at the end of the first quarter, from 12 down, make it a one-possession game? Chambolat for three, he does! The centre strikes to beat the buzzer. Kemal Chambolat, 8 perfect points in the quarter, and Syria from 12 down within one. Start of the second period, Syria looking to take the lead for the first time in the game, having trailed by as many as 12. Inside they go to Chambolat, he kicks it out, commanding attention on the interior because of his start. Peterson offensive rebound, fresh 14 on the shot clock, quick swivel, and a foul. Non-shooting foul. So an inbounding situation, is it, or have they called it? I think they've called it on the shot. So Peterson back to the line. And he's 3 of 3 today. Did just start that upwards shooting action. I'm sure it was a foul on the shot. And this is the first. So there'll be no lead yet for Syria. That's their first missed free throw in the game, actually. They'd hit their previous 6. It is a tie game from 12 down, 18-18. Kwanov. Pressure applied by Arbasha to centre court. Kwanov getting away, floating it off front eyeing, can't convert. Still no points for a long time for Kazakhstan, but it's still their possession. I don't have play-by-play information, so I can't tell you exactly when their last score was, but it is a 12-0 run right now for Syria. Kwanov for 3, stops the drought. Kazakhstan back ahead. Kwanov, after a very quiet 2 games, now has 2 threes today. Quick outlet pass down the floor. And a stray pass across the floor. Turned over by Stanislav Sakipov. Careless when he had teammates arriving in space on the perimeter. Only the second turnover, actually, for Kazakhstan, but a poor one. Here's Ezri. Heading aside by Issa. Chambolot missing by a long way that time. Kemal Chambolot's first miss from the field. Corner. Pan tried to kick it to the corner through Konstantin Neff, who we've not really seen yet in terms of any significant role in the offense. That was a pass well telegraphed by the defense to deflect it out of bounds, but the last two games, Konstantin Neff, the number 7, has averaged 15.5 points. He's played 9 minutes so far today, taken 2 3-point attempts and missed them both. Ivanov off to Kwanov. Kwanov jinking and jiving, flipping to the corner. Peterson really diligent on defense to make it a tough shot, to force the miss. And then the foul is on Vladimir Ivanov, I think. Or is it on Chambolat, hucking Ivanov to try and secure the defensive board. So it's turned back over to Kazakhstan. New players to Syria on more than one foul so far. Kwanov to the foul line. Can't get the kind roll. Chambolat comes up with another rebound. Doing well in scoring and on the boards. Chambolat guarded by Pan. Azri. Chambolat running interference. There's the switch onto Pan. And take the 3. And Pan, a very good defender, very diligent. Neff. Here's Pan now on the offensive end, taking the long 2 and knocking it down. An impact from Pan at both ends of the floor. Syria came from 12 down to level. Kazakhstan back up by 5, and it's another run. A 5-0 run for Kazakhstan now. It's the story of the game right now. Two teams trading runs of unanswered points. Anton Bykov back in. Peterson. Deep 3-point shot, line drive lands to get Syria back within 2. Al-Basha from deep. Kwanov onto Pan. Short for him now. Syria a chance to tie again, or maybe take their first lead of the game. Instead, they turn it over on a travel from Al-Basha. Their second top scorer with 7 points after that 3. He's their leading creator with 2 assists, but that was his 3rd turnover. Responsible for 3 of their 4 team turnovers. Kwanov for 3. And the rebound for Omar Sheikh Ali, who's hardly played in this tournament. Issa on towards Peterson, turns it over. Now Neff, options left and right. In transition, beautifully dropped off for the trailer. Robert Pan putting it in. Al-Basha. some jostling for position. He'll get it from Issa. Tries to take on Pan and Bykov. Can't find a way through, but he's backed up on the boards by his teammate. It's David Herms putting it in. I did wonder if he was injured, Herms, because he had a prominent role in the first game. 8.6 rebounds in 19 minutes. The 21-year-old with efficient shooting, but he only played 25 seconds in total over the last two games. Didn't play at all in game 3. He's come in here, nearly shaken off whatever the problem was. As for Omar Sheikh Ali, a number of previews had him down as a key player for Syria. Played 21 minutes a game at the Asia Cup. He's one of their best rebounders, but he's only averaged 3 minutes a game here. He's come on in this game, though, for 9 minutes off the bench already. Chambolat. Al-Basha. Across the midway point of the second quarter. 5 on the shot clock. Chambolat. Here is Herms. Herms going to work. Getting it away in time and with accuracy. That's what he can provide, David Herms. 21 years of age, 2 meters 8. Efficient with his shooting. (25-25). Bykov for 3. And Kazakhstan back ahead, refusing to let Syria get a first lead. Bykov continues to be efficiency personified. A really tough Asia Cup. He's responded in the best way possible here, Bykov. 3-pointer for the tie again. And it's Omar Sheikh Ali finally coming to the party here in Damascus. Bykov, the handoff. Sakipov 2, here's Balashov, plenty of movement in the offense. Now it slows down. Entry pass, and a foul straight away on it by David Herms. Up against Anton Bykov. Only Syria's second foul of the quarter. Balashov, long 2. So he's 2 of 3 from the field now, Balashov, having come in shooting just 29% from the field. Kazakhstan by 2. Syria succeeding in multiple ties, but not yet taking the lead. Herms misses on that occasion. Balashov calls the play. Oh, lovely pass from Balashov, drawing the attention of the defense like moths to a flame, and then getting burnt from the perimeter by Bykov. What a shooting display he's put on at this tournament. Anton Bykov, there's an offensive foul on Al-Basha. Kazakhstan up by 5 will get the ball back. Al-Basha's really not happy. Timeout from Javier Juarez on the Syrian bench.
I explained the last time why you don't do play one-on-one. Pass here. Why you let the stay look at your man? Go! Go! And you only look! Look! Go! All time the mistakes the rest. Why you stay look? Go! And after. Hey David, stay near the ring, okay? But no it's all time for low post.
Передача, они сейчас меняются, окей? Сразу ничего. Если нет, сразу можешь двоечка забрать. Да, Шаик, ты сам забери и приди сюда, влево. Окей? Просто влево приди сюда, окей? Через пятерочку сюда.
33-28, the score in favour of Kazakhstan. With 2.5 minutes to play in the first half as we come back from the timeout. And considering these two teams have no motivation in terms of a prize to fight for at this tournament anymore, it's been an entertaining opening 17.5 minutes. Kazakhstan up by as many as 12, lots of unanswered runs. Syria with multiple ties, but not able to get themselves ahead yet from 12 down. Balashov moving it on. Marat through the paint, drops it off neatly for Vladimir Ivanov to score. Second field goal for Ivanov today on 5 attempts. Kazakhstan creating a little bit of breathing room again as the final 2 minutes of the first half approaches. Al-Basha, well guarded by Balashov today, forced into 4 turnovers. Al-Basha again, takes it at Balashov, tough shot, under close defensive scrutiny, quick outlet pass down the floor, and again, plenty of effort to run the floor. Vladimir Ivanov this time, so the second consecutive score for him. 6 points, 4 rebounds for Ivanov. Lead is back to 9. Herms, guarded by Ivanov. Herms wants to go into the paint at Ivanov. Misses the shot, rebound Bykov. 4 fouls for Kazakhstan now. Oh, skipping through, missing the layup though, was Pavel Ilin. Shaim Kwanov, the captain, going past Herms, attacking him and getting the layup. Shaim Kwanov taking it at the big to big effect. 11, only 1 off the largest lead of the game. No fouls to give for Kazakhstan here. Peterson, back out Al-Basha. Shot clock to 5. Nadim Issa, tough turnaround on the elbow. Nowhere near from Omar Sheikh Ali. The points have dried up fast here for Syria in this second quarter. They called a foul there. Yeah, Peterson stood at the line. I thought that was just going to be an air ball and shot clock violation, but Peterson and Kazakhstan now at the foul limit, at the line for 2. It was a real get out of jail foul. Peterson splits the pair, so 10 the margin, final 44 seconds of the first half. We'll go to the benches for a timeout. Kazakhstan leading 39-29.
Первый придешь, пятерка, и сюда пойдешь, Шаимчик, ты пойдешь. Пашка сюда, Рома сюда. Все, пришли, заслон. Но здесь посмотри, ты 5-й, после этого заслона идешь, ставишь второму. Выходишь, и здесь сразу сил. Окей? Если есть ситуация, смотри этот сил, да? Только сделай хорошо и ближе к кольцу. Есть атака. Если они вдвоем пойдут, бегай мяч, да? Если не получится, посмотри сюда. Если не получится, Шаим здесь.
Okay, Omar, go. Hey, go the corners. You can go to the corner. Go to the corner because it's Omar in the middle.
We know the importance of this tournament for Syria in terms of being able to host it. An illustration that even if they're a long way off where they want to be, things are moving in the right direction here. And for Kazakhstan, it's been an important tournament in terms of perhaps a change of momentum for them going forward now. 12 straight defeats in Asian zone competitions, now threatening back-to-back wins. They lead this one by 10. Nice ball movement off the back of the timeout. Missed three from Pavel Ilin, though, who's having a horror show shooting the ball at this tournament. 1 of 9. Peterson, strong attack, and he got it to beat Ivanov. Defensive stop here for Syria would make it not a bad result for the first half. Kwanov draws Syria's last foul to give. And 1.1 seconds remaining. Oleg Balashov will inbound the ball. Gets it back, but there's no time for that pass. And Kwanov, the captain, it's just a turn and shoot situation. So Kazakhstan have to settle for an 8-point advantage at halftime in a game in which they've led by as many as 12. 39-31 is your score at the main break. It's been an accomplished performance from Kazakhstan. Starting to generate more positivity about the program now and moving forward. Shot 48% on the inside and 6 threes at 46%. And they've also worked the ball for 10 assists in the half with just 2 turnovers. Led by 3 players on 8 points. In a balanced approach, Shaim Kwanov, the captain, Robert Pan and Anton Bykov. They've had 6 points from Vladimir Ivanov, 5 from Oleg Balashov, 4 from Stanislav Sakipov. Points have been hard to come by for Syria throughout the course of this tournament, just 31 and a half here. They've only had 5 scorers in the game, led by Brandon Peterson with 9 points, but on 2 of 6 shooting. Kemal Chambalot had that 8-point burst, the centre. Rashid Arbasha, 7 points. 4 for Herms, 3 for Sheikh Ali. Now to 35% 2-point shooting. That's where they've taken the vast majority of their attempts. They're 3 of 6 from downtown. They've committed 6 turnovers, 4 more in Kazakhstan. Also grabbed 1 less rebound, so they're not shooting the ball as well. Nor are they getting as many shots because of the possession count. But they're only down by 8 at half-time. Kazakhstan 39, Syria 31. The second half to come from the Al Fayha Stadium shortly. Welcome back to the Al Fayha Stadium in the Syrian capital, Damascus. The hosts down by 8 at half-time in their penultimate game. Kazakhstan 39, Syria 31 the score. As we get set to start the third quarter here, Kazakhstan have the opening possession. They've led by as many as 12. Syria haven't led at any point in this game, despite overturning that 12-point deficit to get level on several occasions. Kazakhstan have had the lead ever since the opening score, from which they launched a 10-point unanswered run ahead of a power cut that turned the tide, with 4 unanswered points for Syria. And Kazakhstan putting together an 8-point unanswered run to go up by the aforementioned largest lead of 12, before Syria had a 12-point unanswered run to tie. Multiple ties after that, followed by Kazakhstan reopening a double-digit lead at 11. Now at 8. Tipped by Idalbi, who's not played too much for Syria in this game so far. Only 6 minutes to be precise. Balashov takes the 3, invited to shoot, and he makes it count. He struggled with his shot the first 3 games of this tournament, but he's put those struggles behind him tonight. He's 2 of 2 on the outside, that's 8 points now, and 3 of 4 shooting altogether. And whistle for a foul on the defense after Syria got that second chance scoring opportunity. They lead 1 off the largest of the game now at 11. And Balashov becomes the 4th Kazakh scorer to lead the team level on 8 points. Idalbi, Chambolat, Al-Basha. The crossover, Pan was touch tight. So now a chance for the out-and-out largest lead with any score here for Kazakhstan, as it comes around and back to Pan, who strings the 3. And Kazakhstan lead by 14. Robert Pan, their top scorer, with 11 points. I mentioned he's been very good this tournament. Apart from shooting the ball, he's also putting those shooting woes behind him, like his teammate Oleg Balashov. Pan's 11 points on 4 of 7 shooting, including 2 of 3 on the outside. Big block to pin it against the backboard by Ivanov. Corner 3, not for Neff. It's not happening for him. Pan, though, another rebound. He's got 7 of them now. Gets it back. Is it another 3? It is! Robert Pan has had a sprinkling of fairy dust. 14 points, 7 rebounds. They're still in the block now, 3 of 4 from downtown. Kazakhstan, off his back-to-back 3s, have ballooned the lead to 17. Now it's Balashov to Pan, just give it to the hot hand. And Robert Pan has caught fire. 3 straight 3s for Pan, who hits 17 points. And that having shot 24% from downtown the previous 3 games.
One, play 1-on-1, extra pass and shot alone. David, Omar.
Выход, но не даем сюда, окей? Через этот флайер смотрим эту передачу. Здесь есть бросок, есть изоляция, да? Но мы здесь и 4 сразу после этого скрина идет 5-му, когда мяч перевели. 5, есть пас, и четверка сюда.
Well, this Syrian crowd and team don't quite know what's hit them. They were in the game only 2.5 minutes ago at the start of the second half, down by 8. Now they're down 20. And Balashov off the turnover. And guess who? Robert Pan with the close proximity shot this time. 19 points, but 11 for Pan in the last couple of minutes. 3 straight threes and then the 2. Peterson, no shooter's role for him. No joy, no luck for Syria. No way back, perhaps. Kazakhstan, a couple of minutes ago, had 4 scorers leading the way on 8 points. Now there's 3 on 8 and Pan on 19. Pan disruptive on defense as well. Dalby off the mark, grabs his own rebound. Oh, Basha skipping through and scoring. Rashid Basha in traffic. Balashov, who's been more of a scorer than a facilitator today, having played the opposite role the previous 3 games. Ivanov, battle of the centres here, fading, but failing. Chambolot shows Ivanov how it's done. Knocking down over the top of his opponent. Pan, 7 of 10 from the field altogether, including 4 of 5 on the outside. Balashov looking to get it back to Pan, who surpasses 20. But in 4 and a bit minutes of the second half, Pan's got 13. On perfect 5 of 5 shooting. Peterson rips through and scores. 3 threes followed by 2 twos for Robert Pan. Also threatening the double-double, he's got 8 rebounds. Pan, a ball handler now as well, off to Balashov. Up high, lovely Kazakh team basketball. Ivanov points in appreciation at the pass. Illustration for Kazakhstan. They have got over the hump of that 12-game losing streak. Started to build confidence and belief again. Chambolot up against Pan. Tough shot somehow. It seemed impossible, such was the flat trajectory. Chambolat will take it off front iron. Neff short, grabs his own rebound, he'll flip it up on the reverse, a little more lively than Chambolot on the boards. Chambolat has 12 points, 5 rebounds for his team now. Lost out, here he comes. Pan again, perfect Pan. 6 of 6 from the field in the quarter for 15 points in the last 6 minutes of play. 23 in the game, 8 rebounds, 2 steals and a block. And a chance to add 1 more. He can't. Only 1 of 3 at the line, but otherwise, from the field, shooting the ball superbly. 5 of 7 from 2, 4 of 5 from 3. Final 4 minutes of the third. Basha on the burst. Pan, 9 rebounds now. He is everywhere. Oh, all the way for the underarm scoop and score from Kwanov. Kazakhstan lead by 24, 3.5 to play in the third. Very little for this home crowd to cheer in Damascus. Timeout for their team.
You think that this normal using sun? Follow what? Keep right the point guard. Stay focused. The fans thinking that you are the best man, but don't do that inside the team, man. How about you can go? Hands up.
Сюда заведешь, ты сюда. Антоха, четверочка, да, дай-ка. Скрин, оп, ты обязательно варишься, Антоха. А ты, Шаим, обостряй. И Данька, после, когда тебя обострять, набегай на кольцо, если есть Алёк.
Tell me what defense do you prefer, but defense. Tell me. Yes, now I go. Now I go. Look the score and
Nine, the time is finished.
tell me what defense you prefer.
63-39 to Kazakhstan off the back of this timeout. 3.5 to play in the third quarter. Al-Hamwi's in. 2 meters 20 centre. He's only played 29 seconds of the game so far. Coach Juarez hoping that provides the very different dynamic that his team needs. Swing some momentum in their favour. Dalby misses. Al-Hamwi, of course, capable of gobbling up those rebounds. Dalby to Al-Hamwi. Al-Basha working with the big man into the corner. Dalby takes the falling three. I mean, his performances in the other 3 games, Dalby, just make the one he had in that Game 2 win even more remarkable. The game of his life, I called it at the time. 3-point shots. Adilkan Marat knocks it down, and the Kazakh lead keeps growing and growing. There's only 3 of 11 from the field altogether the first 3 games. Marat, but they're all at it here tonight for Kazakhstan. Dalby misses again. 27. Here's the lead. Khan, who's blown the game wide open, has gone to the bench. Kazakhstan turn it over. Balashov on the bench as well, and the starting centre, Ivanov. So key players sitting for Kazakhstan right now, although Balashov's just going to come back in. Neff goes out, so Balashov and Bykov are the 2 key players on the floor. Al-Basha to Al-Hamwi. Has the height advantage over anybody, but the entry pass has to be accurate, and it wasn't from Omar Sheikh Ali. Been somewhat of a quizzical case as to why Al-Hamwi hasn't played more at this tournament, as he disrupts on defense and bats it away there. Peterson comes forward, and that's frustrating for him, his teammates, and these fans in attendance. Just going back to Al-Hamwi, the big centre. He was Syria's top scorer, top rebounder top offensive rebounder and top shot blocker at the Asia Cup. He's not played much here at all. Did well in game 1. Balashov way off. And he's not played much since at all. It's falling apart for Syria here, but Al-Hamwi had 12 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists and a block in the game 1 defeat. Was Syria with +6 with him on the floor. He only played 4 minutes then in game 2 and only 11 minutes in game 3. He actually did put up some efficient numbers, but in limited time. And then here today, as I say, big finish there from Al Brandt. Al-Hamwi's only played 3 minutes. And Brandt looking to welcome Al-Hamwi to the game by saying, I own this paint. Al-Hamwi wanting some payback, but a foul on the entry pass. Daniel Al-Brandt has only been a minor role player for Kazakhstan at this tournament. Well, the energy's been sucked out of this arena, not just by the Syrian performance, but I think by the win for Bahrain earlier, by the fact that the competition, in terms of going for that ticket to the Olympic qualifying tournaments, is now over. Bahrain just too good for everybody they faced. Basha, the bank open to give the fans something to cheer. These fans wanted to see their team win it, wanted to be the difference makers. And the atmosphere was electric here. In the first couple of games in particular. And of course, Bahrain blew them away last night. Now it's more sit-back entertainment. Final 5 seconds of the third quarter. Al-Basha at pace and with purpose, and the pass. And the three, good for Al-Hamwi. The 2 meters 20 centre knocks down the triple. What a way to get his first score. So at the end of 3, it's a 23-point margin. Kazakhstan 68, Syria 45. Impressive quarter for Kazakhstan. Perhaps their most impressive of this tournament. They did get the win in their last game, but it was a defense-orientated win. They're scoring 73 points to beat India by 3. They've got 68 already here through 3 quarters of play, and 29 of them came in that last period. A period that belonged to Robert Pan. Of those 29 points, he had 15. Taking his game tally up to 23. A perfect 6 of 6 from the field in the period. 3 threes and 3 twos. He leads the way by a distance of all scorers. Backed up by 10 points from the captain Kwanov. 8 each for centre Ivanov, along with Balashov and Bykov. It was a really well-balanced offensive approach from Kazakhstan until Robert Pan decided to take charge and own that third quarter. As for Syria, 3 scorers on double figures, 12 each for Al-Basha and Chambalot, 11 for Peterson. But no other player has more than 4 points. Only 7 have scored. 2 of those scorers in double figures haven't particularly shot the ball well. Only really the centre Kemal Chambalot has 5 of 6 from the floor. Here is Al-Basha. He's 4 of 9, far side, 3-point shot too long. And a technical called as well. Not just that shooting from Al-Basha that's not been as accurate as he would want, but also his 4 assists coming with 6 turnovers. And a missed free throw for Al-Basha. He's 2 of 3 at the line now. He is 2 of 2 on the perimeter, but only 2 of 7 on the interior. It's been a tough shooting night for many for Syria, especially on the inside. Balasha had his pocket picked by Al-Basha, who comes up with the steal and the score. That's much better. 21 the margin, just over 9 to play. Pan back in the game, passing out to Quanov, forced back from the paint. Balasha flips it far side, pass was wide of its intended target, reeled in. Tough shot on the fadeaway, misses. A bit more energy on defense now, and Al-Hamwi protects his backboard. Al-Basha working with Peterson, but turning it over. That's turnover number 7. 12 for the team, 7 for Al-Basha. Turned over by Kazakhstan now. Quarterback pass into the end zone. Al-Basha wanted a foul. No help from the official. Couple of passes around the perimeter. 3 missed by Quanov. Balashov near side. Double-double now for Robert Pan. 10 rebounds to go along with those 23 points. And a basket on the inside, dribbling through Pavel Ilin, and then scoring Vladimir Ivanov. Ivanov up to 10 points, the 3rd scorer into double figures for Kazakhstan. Azri, nice pass to the far side, open 3, too long. Al-Hamwi racing to the rebound and succeeds in saving possession for his team. Al-Hamwi drawing the double. Passes out to the perimeter, took a while to come to Al-Basha. Al-Hamwi feeds it inside. Nice passing from Al-Hamwi. Omar Sheikh Ali is fouled. Again, I'm not sure why. We've not seen more of Abdul Wahab Al-Hamwi in this tournament. He can make a difference. He's not just a big body. A couple of nice passes there. That's the question when he only played 4 minutes in game 2. I was told it was a coach's decision rather than an injury. .22 the margin, 7.5 to play. Balashov, 4 assists now for him. Pulls up for a 3, Balashov, too long. And a chance for Syria to at least start to make it a bit interesting in terms of the scoreboard. A couple of up fakes and a travel. Thinking too much about moving the defense and not about how he was moving his feet, Omar Sheikh Ali. .7 minutes to play. Kazakhstan calling timeout, leading by 22.
Все, нету больше никаких моментов.
Мы просто вернулись, они вдвоем подошли, он пас передал, и вы сразу кричите, давай. Линию ставим, потом распределимся.
Давай, играем. Эй, сюда посмотрите. Эй, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Отдал пас, пришел, забрал хендов. Один получается, да? Вот эта двоечка сюда в угол сразу же. Пятерка идет на скрин, и я сразу перебегаю.
Come on, go.
Это الأخير. 1, 2, 3. Четверки на бросок.
It's not game over yet. Not mission impossible, but certainly mission improbable. Not too many in this arena here in Damascus expecting a comeback. Balasho. Elin, low catch. Oh, taken away. Now here he comes in transition once again off another steal, Arbasha. He's had a couple of those in this quarter already. Not giving up hope. Rashid Arbasha. Guilty of plenty of turnovers himself in this game, but making amends with his steals and his scoring. 20 the margin. Three-point shot is good though. Shaim Kwanov with his third three of the game. He's got 13 points now as their second top scorer behind Robert Pan. It's been a really impressive performance from Kazakhstan. 19 assists already, 73 points, tying their tally from Monday's win with 6 minutes still to play. Arbasha, three-point shot, good for Rashid Arbasha. Hoping to be the one-man comeback machine. He's up to 19 points, 4 assists and 4 steals, but also those 7 turnovers. Robert Pan, 23 points already, feeding it inside, tough overhead finish for Bykov, and he's not missed many. Sheikh Ali waiting for the cavalry to arrive. It comes in the form of Peterson, who puts it in and one. And putting the foul on Pan. Chance at the three-point play for Brandon Peterson. Again, has put that nightmare game one behind him and produced another decent performance here for the third game in a row. This is the and one, but he's got 13 points, 8 rebounds, 3 offensive rebounds and a steal. A couple of assists as well. 18 is the margin, but Kwanov determined to gun down the win. A couple of quick-fire triples for the captain. 4 of 6 on the outside now, 16 points. The third quarter belonged to Pan, the fourth belongs to Kwanov. Midway point of it, 21-point lead. Another miss for Hidalbi. Kwanov back out to Pan. Kwanov moves it around, down the baseline, back to Pan, him again, inevitable. It's like he's playing in Neverland. A magical performance from Pan. 26 points, 12 rebounds, 3 offensive rebounds, 2 steals and a block, 10 of 13 shooting, including 5 of 6 from three-point land.
здесь сыграли и сразу в зону. Зона, ребят, 2, 3. Без разницы, четверка есть, четверки нет, и стоим, да? Шаим наверху, да? Шаима наверху. Постоянно, да, Шаим наверху. И Адок, окей? Шаим и Адок. Давай.
Эй, бежать, бежать, бери гаушка!
Эй, ребят, одна.
Kazakhstan were haunted by that 12-game losing streak. They made a perfect start to their World Cup qualifying campaign, won their first 5. They dreamt of the first ever World Cup qualification. And it went horribly wrong. They lost their 6th qualifier last July, then lost all 3 games at the Asia Cup, then lost all 6 of their games at the second phase of World Cup qualifying. And then lost their first 2 games here, 12 straight defeats in Asian zone competitions. I wondered which Kazakhstan would show up here in Damascus. It was the losing streak Kazakhstan for the first 2 games, but they have hugely improved the last 2. They're going to get back-to-back wins here. But more importantly, they're going to get their confidence back ahead of future events. Dalby comes up with a steal. And it has been a really tough night for him and his team. And Dalby turns it over off the back of that steal. Neff down the floor, nice pass for Neff. Oh, how about the rejection from Dalby, refusing to lay down. A tough night, but giving the fans something big to cheer. Final 3.5 minutes, 22 the margin, 5 to shoot here for our Basha. 5 to Al-Hamwi. When he's on the floor, you can afford to play that kind of pass. He wants help from the official, doesn't get it. Now they're short-handed on defense. Touch pass Neff to Marat, they'll slow it down. Quanov. Play 5-on-5 in the half court. Quanov faces Al-Hamwi, who was concerned about the player behind him and left it wide open for Quanov. Quanov now has 18 points. Al-Hamwi is going to shoot another 3. And Dalby, offensive rebound and stick back. After that big block, finally, Dalby gets his first field goal. He missed his first 8 shots in this game. He's now 1 of 9. At 23 efficiency in the Game 2 win here. His other efficiency ratings in the 3 games in this tournament, as Al-Hamwi rejects there, have just been 4, -1, and so far here, 0. Changes coming in. 2.5 to play. Kazakhstan, already their best performance of the competition. And already their best offensive output. The score's just changed to 81. It was showing 83, so they're 1 short of the 82 points they scored in the first game when they lost by 9 to Indonesia. Syria, it's just been a tough watch. Lost by 11 the first game to India. So much optimism coming into that. With a big crowd here. Very vocal big crowd. It's a young India team that weren't expected to cause upsets. It's tough to take. They got it back on track. That comeback winning game 2, then got obliterated by Bahrain in the last game, and that's happened again here against Kazakhstan, although Peterson puts it in, and the fans aren't leaving early. Marat, Elin, Pan from the stripe again. Robert Pan's magical night continues, 28 points. And in this second half, he has been immaculate. He'll go to the bench, and it looks like he'll fall just short of a 30-point game, but 28 points, 12 rebounds, 2 steals and a block. He's got a 37 efficiency rating at the moment, shooting 11 of 14 from the floor, including 5 of 6 on the perimeter. His scoring burst in the third quarter will put the game firmly beyond Syria. Syria have struggled to score throughout. 74, their best tally at this tournament. Brandon Peterson having another impressive evening nonetheless. The big hope was that they could add players from further afield, either naturalised or of some Syrian descent. And they've done that. Idalbi can soar but not score. Fans on their feet, waiting to bow out with a big moment. Idalbi instead goes to the line. But they've had fans back in the arenas the last couple of years, now hosting a tournament. They've produced inspiring performances to reach the last Asia Cup. They've got a women's team that's competing in continental competition. The first annual Super Cup for the local professional teams. Basketball very much going in the right direction. They've cast their net wide to attract the likes of Kemal Chambolat, David Herms, Henry Michelsson, who's a player of Swedish origin, who has not played today and actually hasn't had a significant role in the tournament as we expected he might do. He's a freshly recruited player, but Brandon Peterson as well certainly has had a big role and has put really bad vibes from game one behind him. Oh, it's good. Robert Pan is unplayable. Cannot miss, can do nothing wrong, and has 31 points for the game. They've called that a 2 with toes on the line, but it's a 30-point game nonetheless for Robert Pan. All my talk over the first 3 games is how he's a determined hustler, but not a great shooter. And he's put me in my place here tonight. He only shot 33% from 2 and 24% from 3 the first 3 games. Kazakhstan's best performance, their biggest offensive output, and Robert Pan's dream night as he leads his team with 30 points and 12 rebounds to a second consecutive win by 15 over Syria, or by 16 we're seeing on the graphic over Syria, 86-70. I've got 85 on my monitor, but either way, it's a huge victory for Kazakhstan, and a comfortable victory for Kazakhstan, who never trailed in the game. Briefly had a 12-point lead, wiped out for a tie or two, but then pulled away again behind Pan's third quarter burst. So Kazakhstan rise to 2-2 on a 2-game win streak, and Syria fall joint bottom of the group at 1-3 alongside Indonesia. Really impressive evening for Kazakhstan. They shot 54% inside and out and knocked down 14 threes. Moved the ball for 23 assists with the 12 turnovers. It wasn't all about Pan, but he certainly stole the spotlight. Behind his 30 points that came on 12 of 15 shooting, including 5 of 6 from downtown, they had 18 points from the captain, Shaim Quanov, who was 7 of 11 from the floor, including 4 of 6 from downtown, and 10 points from Vladimir Ivanov, the center, along with 8 rebounds. Balashov, 8 points, 4 assists, rounding out an accomplished team performance. Well, that concludes our action on the penultimate game day here at this pre-Olympic qualifying tournament in Damascus. It's been a pleasure having your company for it. We'll see you again tomorrow for the final day of action. And the schedule sees India take on Bahrain to start. Bahrain already winners of the one ticket to next year's Olympic qualifying tournaments, having done 4-0 today. Now out of sight at the top of the group. After that, Saudi Arabia will take on Kazakhstan. And we finish with Indonesia against Syria. As the group stands, Bahrain top and uncatchable at 4-0. Saudi Arabia, India and Kazakhstan all joint second at 2-2. Syria and Indonesia at the bottom at 1-3. Do join us for the final game day tomorrow. Until then, it's goodbye for now.